Hey guys, what's going on? It's me again, Oh My Rod. How are you all doing? I hope everyone is doing good and well. It is Sunday morning at 12:40 a.m. here, and I wanted to show you guys something I did on Saturday, which was the free comic book day event. It was also Star Wars Day. This, my friends, is free comic book day. So, as you know, I go to Arsenal Comics. They have two locations here in SoCal, one in Ventura and one in Newbury Park. I go to the Ventura one, although I have been to the Newbury Park one. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys of what the free comic book day stuff is like. Every comic shop is different, but they all carry pretty much the same things. So, I'm going to show you guys what I got. This one's bent. This was an Encanto children's comic book. So this is definitely good material for kids. Definitely a lot of the comic companies do a lot of this stuff. They give out a lot of good, simple reads with nice artwork for children and for parents to read to their kids as well. It's a really good way to introduce your children to reading, in my opinion. This is Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. I don't know what that is. I think it's some kind of a show. But this was a free comic book. This is the Overstreet Guide to Collecting Comics. I've never heard of this before, so I'm excited. However, I have heard of... that's a price guide. I have heard of the price guides, but I've never heard of... I've never seen one that small before. Snoopy Beagle Scout Adventures. So if you guys got any Snoopy fans... This was out today for Free Comic Book Day. I might actually give this one away. Pokemon Adventures Ruby and Sapphire. I actually, I have, I think it's Omega Ruby. I think I have on the Switch. I can't remember right now. No, it was on the DS. But I had one of them, and this is, I guess, a free comic book of it. It appears to be drawn in the manga style. So, in America, we read from right to left. In Japan, they read left to right. It's very interesting. I have read a few mangas before, so it's quite a fun, interesting way to read it. Ultra Duck. So... I don't know if this is like a new version of Darkwing Duck. Investigators. I've actually seen Investigators before at Free Comic Book Day. I know it's like a children's series, for young kids to learn how to read or help them get into comic books and stuff. So see, very very simple, very basic stuff. Like I've said before, the Free Comic Book Day is an excellent way for parents to help get reading material for free for their children. Unico Awakening. It's an exclusive sneak peek. Monster High. So, this was, I believe it was a show. And I remember seeing they had Barbie dolls of these monster girls everywhere, but I don't know much about it. I'm sorry. We Wicked Ones, #1, and it's signed. So there you go. There's that. Iconic Hellboy. I did not see the original 2007 movies, but I did see the one from 2019. And of course, this is written by Mike Mignola, who I believe is the creator of Hellboy. Here we have an old school Johnny Quest from Hanna-Barbera, and it's also got Dynamite, which is a great company. I actually really enjoy Dynamite a lot. They have a bunch of new series right now centered on Disney characters and villains. So you have Darkwing Duck, Gargoyles, Hercules, Maleficent, Hades, all those kind of characters. They all have their own issues in series running. And I also have a 5-part series of Alice Cooper, which I'm going to be looking at doing that series for you guys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There was a very famous graphic novel that was made a couple years ago called The Last Ronin that was made by the creators of the Ninja Turtles. And apparently now they're starting a second part to it. So if you guys have read the first one, you might be reading the second one because I heard it was very well. It was one of the very few comic series that actually really surpassed expectations. Usually mangas are defeating the American comic book company, but The Last Ronin just obliterated. So there you go. Barkham Asylum, pretty cute. You know, you got dogs pretending to be Batman, Joker. Okay, Flash Gordon #0. Flash Gordon being classic comic book character, and I believe they also made a movie of him back in the 80s or 90s, which sadly I've not yet seen, but I know it's very popular. Initial D. So Initial D was a manga series centering around racing cars, and at one of my old jobs we used to have Initial D video games in our arcade, and you could actually buy these little cards that would like store your memory or something, and you could have like, I don't know what it is, like up to 5 or 10 cars per card or something. Anyways, it appears that this is, well, it's not done in the same art style. Okay, it's very unique. I like that. Black and white, very simple, like that. But anyways, yeah, it's all about racing, and so if you like Fast and the Furious, you may like that kind of stuff. It's a very old series from like the 90s. We have Far Cry, Cole the Herd. I actually only played one Far Cry game in my life, and that was Far Cry 4. I remember when I first got my PS4. Way back in the day, it came with a voucher, and it allowed you to get one free game, and it was like Far Cry 4, basketball, or I don't know, some other games. And anyways, I picked Far Cry 4 because it was like the hot title of the day at the time, and it was actually a fun game. I never beat it, but it was fun. You went to somewhere in Southeast Asia. I think, was it Thailand? I can't remember. Here we have some kind of Justice League, Absolute Power. You got Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman. I believe that is Amanda Waller. If you guys have seen some of the Suicide Squad movies or any of the DC stuff, you know who she is. If not, I will get into that in another video. This appears to be Transformers. Oh, here's an interesting looking one. The Worlds of James Tynion IV. So James Tynion IV is a really prominent writer in the comic book world. He's made quite a few series. I believe, what's it called? The House of Slaughter, something like that, is supposed to be his most famous work. It's still ongoing, but he's done tons of other stuff. So if you've never heard of James Tynion, definitely look him up. Someone is killing the children. I've heard of that. Look at that artwork. Here we have Street Fighter versus Final Fight. So, it's just, classic fighting games. Just a little bit of artwork. I think that's Balrog. I think that's how you say his name. Oh, here we go. I like this one. Tons of Strange. I love how it looks like sort of, we got that Tales from the Crypt or something, kind of that creep show vibe to it. I love that. This was actually, Oh dear, I accidentally grabbed two of the same thing, so I'm definitely going to be gifting this one away. So we got Suicide Squad. And apparently it looks like it's worth $5, and I got it for free, 1 of 5. So I'm going to put this one in there. Here we have Critical Role Vox Machina Origins. Kind of looks like a RPG video game. So there you go. Also featuring Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology. Neil Gaiman being very famous. Wrote very many famous pieces of work. American Gods, Bad Omens. Really known for his Sandman series. Oh my goodness, what else has he written? So many. I think Stardust he wrote. He's also done... oh my goodness. So many. I can't even think of them, but I named some of them right now. Here we have Dying Inside. Looks like some kind of, teenage, emo girl thing, which is fine by me. Look at that. Found this, which is a graphic novel, it seems like. Head Wounds Sparrow. Oscar Isaac, who was in Star Wars #7. He played Poe Dameron. Shocking they gave this away for free. Well, that's actually pretty good artwork. Nice little graphic novel. This next one is one that I'm very excited about. Vampirella by Dynamite. And I believe Christopher Priestley the one that wrote this? I think he did. Yes, Christopher Priest wrote it. Christopher Priest has done tons of work on Vampirella, and I mean Vampirella is just a very iconic, another iconic classic comic book character. And of course, she's from Dynamite. Jeff Lemire, Fish Flies. I like that artwork. It's very watercolorish, very beautiful. Ablaze manga. Okay, this is Gannibal. Ablaze is another really interesting comic book company. They used to have a Conan series that I was just super, super fascinated with. And then I couldn't find them anymore. So I'm assuming they stopped, or maybe I just got them all. I don't know. I hope I did, because they did a very, very good job, I think, of really captivating Howard's ideal image of Conan. Tress. So, some kind of murder. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be an anime series on Netflix. That's pretty cool. Here's another one that I'm extremely excited about. Probably the most excited one. Conan. I am an addict to Conan. I love fantasy. I love me a good action-packed Conan, Barbarian, Red Sonja, anything like that. Really loved Robert E. Howard's work and everything, so this one's definitely one that I will be eager to read. Dawn of DC Night Terrors Special Edition. Here's one that was very interesting. Ghost Machine. This was written by, oh shoot, was it Jeff Johns that did it? Creators. Yes, Jeff Johns is on here. Okay, so Jeff Johns is another very well known writer. He's written Flash. He's written Superman. He's written Batman. He was also, I believe, he is still or might have been one of the big heads at DC that was running like the big company with James Gunn. Jeff Johns was running like the whole like comic book aspect, and Gunn was running all the media aspect. If you guys go. Oh, here we go. The Resistance Uprising. This is pretty cool. Looks like a post-apocalyptic kind of a thing. So, J. Michael Straczynski. Oh, wow. Okay. Mark Russell, no relation. I mean, well, maybe there's a relation. I don't know. But J. Michael Straczynski is also really, really amazing. Really great. Blade Runner Origins. Did you guys ever see the Blade Runner movies? This is I Am Stan, biography of Stan Lee. You know who he was. I don't need to say anything about Stan Lee, but yeah, there's a little artwork. They actually have a graphic novel of his life, and I guess they just decided to put it in a free comic book for Free Comic Book Day. Iconic X-Men. You'll definitely see a lot of Marvel and DC freebies on Free Comic Book Day. So this is the Valiants, which I guess is some kind of super group. I've actually not really heard about them, but I have heard of Valiant Comics. So I guess I got homework to do. So this is stories from the Atlas Comics Library. And it looks like it's going to be another beautiful... Oh my goodness, yes, beautiful is right. Look at that artwork. The Kiss of Death. Look at that. Very beautiful artwork. Yes, it's horror all right, so this is definitely going to be... That's definitely going to be consumed. Here we have Shaman King Flowers. I believe Shaman King was a manga series, and I don't know if it was a show. If you guys know about Shaman King, please let me know. Or if you guys know about any of these comics or anything. There you go, there's a little cartoon snippet. Romeo versus Juliet, a Kill Shakespeare adventure. Oh my. Romeo and Juliet, of course, being one of Shakespeare's most iconic plays of all time. Two kids from two rival families falling in love and end up committing suicide, end up dying, ending their lives. One Piece. There you go. Ooh. Maleficent. I knew it. Yes. I told you guys. The Disney stories from good old Dynamite. Maleficent. She's got her own series out. And beautiful artwork, of course. I did see the movie Maleficent with Angelina Jolie a long, long time ago. Have you guys ever seen it? I'm going to butcher this. Ngozi Ukazu. Barda. This is Mad Magazine. You have to know who Mad Magazine is. If you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know who Mad Magazine is. Spider-Man Ultimate Universe. Archie Horror presents The Cursed Library Prelude. Blood Hunt by Marvel. Star Wars. Oh, cool. There you go. Look at that. Memories. Marvel Voices. Number 1. Lady Mechanica. So, funny thing about Lady Mechanica is, ever since I was a kid and I used to go to comic shops and stuff, I often saw Lady Mechanica. And I remember the last several years, every time I would go to Free Comic Book Day, they always had a free Lady Mechanica. The funny thing is, I don't know much about her. I mean, I know that she's definitely a big time character in the comic book world, but she's kind of shrouded in mystery to me. So, if you guys ever read Lady Mechanica, please tell me what it's about. White Ash. Enter the House of Slaughter by Tynion. James Tynion the Fourth. And it's by Boom Studios. I've heard of them. Yeah. And then we have Marvel Spidey and His Amazing Friends, which I think it's like some kind of it's another kids show. It looks like a kids show. Yeah. I've never seen it. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys is that at the shop that I go to, at Arsenal's, they often have an event. They give out a bunch of stuff for free. And, well, they let me pick one thing because I shop there frequently. They gave me a keychain. And they gave me a bunch of stuff. Alright, let's see what it is. What's this? Crafty Comics. Free X Slab. What the heck is this? I got a free slab? Oh, that's weird. I was expecting a nice big stack of comics or something, but whatever. I'll figure it out later. I've never seen that before. But that's going to be it, guys. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right? Take care and God bless.